Hi everybody. So today I thought I would show you how to make aura sprays. We have always wanted to clear our space. Man has used smudge sticks and incense and all sorts of essential oils and different smells and smoke to create a sacred space, to clear energies, to align our own energies. And so an aura spray is really just an extension of a smudge spray, but there are a lot of people these days who have asthma, or you can't just go wafting smoke around everywhere, and an aura spray is something that you can keep in your handbag. You can spritz wherever you are, really. It's very portable. You don't need a lighter. Obviously there is a time and a place for smudge sticks. They are great. I like to make my own, always trying to be sustainable and not take the earth's resources. I use what I have in my garden. So when I'm making my smudge sticks, and that will probably be another workshop, I will use lavender and lemon balm and mint and mugwort particularly, because that will bring about a sense of, it will change the energy of the space really quickly, make you very relaxed. And so an aura spray, and if I just show you, this is one of mine that I made, just does that really. You can use it if you're a therapist, spritz the room between clients and it just changes the energy and cleans the air. You can even use them if you make them, with gentle ingredients and things that you're not going to be allergic to. You can use them as a face spritz. So they're really multi-purpose things, and you don't really need very much. Glass bottle. Actually, I'm going to move the camera down so you can see what I have. And always do this, whatever works for you. This is how I've been guided to over the last few years to make them, and it changes all the time. I never use all the same stuff. So basically, you want your crystal infused water, and I'll just bring that up again. So I will do this on a full moon, and I will tune in and decide what crystals that I want to use, what energies I want. And you don't always have to read a book, and you don't have to have loads of crystals. Just use what you have. I'm a holistic therapist, so I have a lot of essential oils, I have a lot of crystals. But if you've got one crystal, use the one crystal. You don't need a flash bottle. Say I've got an old bottle here, I've got some in a jam jar, and so you just take your water, always use filtered or bottled water, put some in the jar, place your crystal in. So this one I did on it was last month's full moon, so it's the bright hare moon, and I used prehnite and amazonite because I really wanted to connect in with the earth energy, and for me those two crystals are really earthy, grounding. I want to get that whole healing Mother Earth vibe going on with my spray. So night of the full moon, I popped those in my spring water and just left them on the window ledge to infuse in the moonlight. And then the next day what I would do is just top that water up with a little bit of vodka. And not everybody does it, but if you put some vodka in there, it will just preserve it and stop it going stagnant. And the last thing you want is to be spraying yourself or spraying the space with stagnant water. And if you do that, it means it will keep for ages. And then most important, get your label on it. Put your date, put your full moon phase on it, what crystals you used, and also make a note that you've put some vodka in it, because if you don't, you'll go to look at this in a few weeks' time, and if you're anything like me, you won't remember whether you've put your preservative in it or not. So that was what I did last month, and then I will just put that away for a month and wait until the new moon. And today is the new moon, and this is when I do my making. And again, it's all guided, it's all intuitive, it's what feels right for me. So another thing I should mention is when I've got this crystal infusing, I also tend to use this orgonite pyramid. And again, that's because it's what feels right for me. A friend made it for me. It just has the right energies that I want to get infused into this water, so I place that. We also I use this echo dot, which again, it's all to do with keeping the energies high, raising the vibration, neutralizing negative energies. And if you notice, it's got that seed of life symbol on it, which is the same as my orgonite pyramid. So we're all boosting the energies all the time. So that was what I did. They were infusing together. Next day, topped up with vodka. And then we've just kind of left it for a month, and now we're going to make. And so all I would do to make that is take a little bottle, and it can be a little dinky bottle like that. It can be any old brown bottle. Basically just a spray bottle, because you're going to want a nice fine mist spraying everywhere. And I'll also tune in, and so take my bottle and get that ready. We have our crystal water already, so all you need to do is fill up that bottle to just under the shoulder there with your crystal water. And then if you want to, you don't have to do this, but if you want to make it smell nice, if you want to bring other energies into it, and because I'm an aromatherapist and because I work with plants, I always want to use that plant energy and have that lovely energetic sense of whatever that essential oil is bringing to me. I will use essential oils. And again, it's all intuitive. So I've sat with the crystal water, I've sat with my oils, and just kind of meditate with it a bit and see what wants to come through and wants to work with that crystal water. And so today, working with the prehnite and amazonite, it was frankincense, sweet birch oil, and geranium. And so that's all I would do, is fill up the bottle to the shoulder with my crystal water, and then add in probably no more than 9 drops, 3 drops of each, or you don't want to overload it with essential oils. Again, if you're spraying it, you don't necessarily want to spray it on your face, but you want it to be light enough that if it lands on your skin, it's not going to cause you any damage or harm or create any allergic reactions. So 9 drops in a little 30ml bottle like that will be just enough to give it that aroma and that essence and that energy. And so that's all you do. Fill it up with the crystal water, top it up with the essential oils, 9 drops. And then what I tend to do, because again, I'm a holistic therapist and Reiki practitioner, I'd be infusing this with Reiki. And the Reiki is running all the time while I'm doing this. And I also like to work with sound. So once my bottle is topped up and filled up, we will pop it there. I will stand my orgonite pyramid in front of it. I will stand it on the Seed of Life dot. I'll just move you down so you can kind of see what I'm doing there. And the crystals that I've worked with, again, they will be around it. So they're all creating this nice little bit of energy there. And then I work with tuning forks as well, just to infuse that sound and that vibration into the oil. And it took me a long time. I was searching for the right tuning forks for probably a couple of years. I'll move you up again. Yeah, probably a couple of years. I just didn't know which one I felt it. I knew I wanted one, but I didn't know which one. And I think the first one I went for was the 528 hertz, which is the DNA repairing love frequency. And I bought that first, and I worked with that for a bit, and I use it in my therapies, and I use it on myself to clean the energy. And then I was just kind of guided to this one, which is 136.10. It's the Om frequency. And for me, they work really well together. So what I will do is pop my spray there, sitting with its pyramid, sitting on the Seed of Life, surrounded with the crystals. And then I will just take my tuning forks. I don't know how well that sound will transfer through the video. And it's all done just intuitively. So we've surrounded the aura spray with the vibration. I will hold it on. And you can actually feel that vibration going down through the bottle. And then I will also do that with the Om frequency. And the same thing, do that 3 times. And pretty much that's it. Then I will sit there for just a few moments and give Reiki to that aura spray. And then that one would be done. And that would be a finished aura spray. And you can just spritz that around the area. If you spray it and it doesn't feel right and you feel it needs another energy, put it to one side, work with your oils or your crystals and add something else to it. And you don't have to use any of this. This is all just how I've been guided to work with it. But it just gives you a little snapshot of how easy it is to do. I can just direct you in this direction. Once you've started, it's really hard not to carry on. So I've got these are all my different crystal infused waters. And if you go somewhere special and you find some special water, like last year I went on a retreat to St Nexon's Glen and was able to come home with some of the special water from the Glen, and it just had a really different vibe. So I was able to make a whole load of crystal infused waters with that. And pretty much that's it. That's all there is to it. I hope to run a face-to-face workshop in making these one day, and you know, we'll just have fun with it. As all of these things, it's all about having fun and just working with what you've got. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please like it and subscribe to the channel, and I will hope to see you next time. Take care, stay connected.